Hey guys, it's Ronnie and it's time for another video, and as you can see from the title, this is my October and MCM Expo haul. But before I get into the convention stuff that I bought, I'm going to quickly show you a few things that I got beforehand, because I actually pre-ordered two figures way back and it just so happened they turned up this month. So the first one I pre-ordered way back in December last year, and it is the Sakura Miku, which is the 500 Nandroid that they made in Japan, and unfortunately I did get hit by customs, but I honestly don't care because she was like a limited edition one that you can only get in the aftermarket for ridiculous prices now. But yeah, I got her when she was released for pre-order last year, and I finally got her this month, and I'm really happy because she's just one of the cutest Nandroids I think I've ever seen, and I absolutely love and adore her. The second Nandroid I pre-ordered was from Amiyami, and it just so happened it was the Charlotte Dunus Nandroid from Infinite Stratos. So when I pre-ordered her, I didn't really have any figurines of her apart from her smart jersey outfit, so I wanted one of her in a uniform, so I decided to get this one. And she's really adorable, and I absolutely love her. Now on to the most expensive thing that I bought this month, and when I say most expensive, I mean very expensive, because it just so happened I bought myself a PS4. Yeah, I pre-ordered this a couple of weeks ago, and it actually turned up on the Friday that I actually went to Expo, but now I'm back, I finally got it out of the box. And not only does it come with the Assassin's Creed, it also comes with Watch Dogs. Yeah, it was up there. So I paid £390, and I could have waited until this Black Friday business that they are starting to do in the UK, but I decided I don't really care, I'm just going to buy it. Because £319 for Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and the PS4 is a pretty good deal in my opinion, so I'm really happy with it, and yeah, I'm just waiting for a couple of games to come out in the next 3 months, because that's the reason I bought a PS4 for those games. Now onto the stuff that I actually bought at MCM. I bought a bit more than I was intending to, and I bought stuff that I wasn't planning to buy, and because the stuff that I was planning to buy unfortunately I didn't have, so I spent my money on other stuff. But the first few things that I got was actually some manga, and the first one I got was Umineko no Nakakura ni Volume 11, I believe? Yeah, Volume 11. So I've actually been waiting about a month and a half, because every time I buy this, I've been buying this from United Publications, because they sold this to me for about £9.50, which is much cheaper than buying it on Amazon. So next is another volume of manga. I went over to the Viz Media store, and it just so happened because they were at Expo, they were doing a sale, so most of the mangas were actually £5, and it's cheaper than going to Waterstones, so I decided to pick up a volume that I was needing to get, and it is Kiss of the Rose Princess Volume 6. As I say, every time I show off these volumes, I'm really happy that I got this, because I've been really loving the series, and every time I finish reading one volume I want to read the next, but unfortunately I have to wait. So yeah, I've got Volume 6, really happy about that. And along with this, if you completed a free question survey, you got a free bag. There were two to choose from. There was a yellow one which had Naruto on it, or this green one which has Legends of Zelda. Now I don't really like either of these series, but I thought this one looked much better, and also Link is kind of adorable chibi there, so I thought it's kind of cool. And it also came with a bunch of free posters, which unfortunately are folded, and these series I don't really like. So I'll be probably giving these away to some of my friends, or selling them, I don't quite know yet, but yeah, pretty cool. Then on the Saturday I went back in, and I only bought one thing because it was so busy you couldn't really look at anything, but I decided to buy another volume of a manga, which is Black Rose Alice Volume 5, which is also another really awesome series that I'm really enjoying, so really happy that I got this one. And then of course I went in on the last day and I had a proper look around, and I bought a couple of other things. So the first things I got on Sunday was actually some Pockies. So the Artbox, which is a company that goes to every expo, does 4 packs of Pocky for £3 I believe. So I bought 2 sets of these, which comes with 2 banana, 1 chocolate and 1 strawberry, which will last me until November, because I'm going to Hyper Japan, and obviously they're going to sell more Pocky. So yeah, got plenty of Pocky to last me. So next is something that I was actually looking for on the Saturday. I was looking at a store which had some t-shirts, and I was like, I really want to get this t-shirt, but when I looked they didn't have my size. So I went back on Sunday, I was like, oh, maybe I'll look for another t-shirt, but it just so happened the t-shirt I wanted, I finally found in the big size. So this is a Mondaichi t-shirt, and this character who is the bunny rabbit. I actually cosplayed on Friday, and I've never seen any Daichi merch at a convention before, and so I had to get this, and this was only £12, and it's really soft and really easy to wear, and it's just a really adorable picture as well. So I'm really happy that I got this, because I would have had to wait till next May to try and find this t-shirt again. So yeah, got that one. Next is something that I kind of rushed to buy because basically there's a card game that I've been wanting to buy for quite a while, and when I saw this for £11 I thought I have to get it because I've never seen it as cheap. Unfortunately I accidentally bought the expansion instead of the base game, but it is an expansion for Gloom, which is a game where basically you have to make your characters depressed, which may not sound like fun, but I've played this, it's really fun. But like I said, this is the expansion. Still much cheaper than buying the other expansions, because this was only £11 when they usually go for £15 to £20. So I will have to end up buying the base game, because obviously I can't play or use these without the base game. So it's kind of annoying that I did that, but obviously, you know, I was sort of like, I'd seen this for such cheap price and used to buy it, and didn't do my research first of all. So last but not least, I went back to a stall that I went to on Friday. So obviously I just went back there just to have a quick look, see if they had any offers on the little figurines, although I still wasn't to buy any. I then saw a box and they had a bunch of like clear files and stuff, so I decided to buy two of them. The first one is a Tales of Grace's F clear file. I've been playing this game recently, and because of it I really like the Tales series now. I've actually got another Tales game on my PS Vita, and I'm planning to buy a couple more when I actually complete this one. I still thought this was a really pretty picture, and it only cost £5, which actually isn't a bad price considering if you were to buy clear files off Ami, they're about £3, and obviously then you have to pay for shipping as well. So yeah, I thought that was really cute. So I had another quick look through a few other ones. There was a couple of series that I did want to buy like clear files for, but then I went against it because I was like, I don't really want to spend any more money. But I decided to go for this one, which is actually a mini poster, which I only paid £4 for, and this is from the series K project, and I actually watched the series and I actually really like it. I didn't have any merchandise for it, but I saw this and I thought it was really cute, and it had my favourite character Nico, who is in her, she's in a cat form but she can transform. So last but not least, as I was about to go and pay for this lot, I looked on the table and I saw like all these figurines, which said all the figurines on the table was £15. I saw one and it said £22. I was like, I'll better make sure it is actually £15. I asked and they said it was. So I had to buy her, although I said I wasn't going to buy any figurines. I couldn't really resist this one. It is Maria from Umineko, and if you know me, and if you saw earlier, obviously you did if you're watching this video, I bought the Umineko manga because I absolutely love the series, and like I said, she was only £15, and although she's kind of not my favourite character, it's a piece of Umineko merch, and it is an official one, which when I saw the price for it I was like, I have to get this because I don't really have any Umineko merch apart from the mangas which I've been buying, so I'm really happy that I've got her. And unfortunately there isn't really many other figures, there's only like 2 more main figures, but where I'm going to find them for a cheap price I really don't know. But I've got Maria and I'm really happy with her because she's actually kind of cute in this figure, to be honest. Normally she's kind of annoying, but she actually looks quite cute, and I'm really happy that I've got her. So that is it for my haul for this month. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully next month shall be a little bit smaller because obviously Christmas is coming up and I need to save money for that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.